Hello there, everybody. It's Acer back today, and I just finished watching the latest episode of The Mandalorian Season 2. It was episode number 3. If you have not yet seen episode 3 of The Mandalorian Season 2, click on out of this video because we're going to talk a bunch of spoilers. This episode was incredible, like mind-blown type of stuff. Like, it was everything that you would want as a Star Wars fan to be in this episode, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching it, and I cannot wait for the future of not only this season, but the series as a whole. So, with that said, again, we're going to talk heavy spoilers because we're just going to jump right into the breakdown. There's so much to talk about. I really enjoyed this episode. It was incredible. So we're going to just jump right into it. This is the way. So the episode opens up with Mando, the child, and the Frog Lady crash landing on the water moon of Trask, and she becomes reunited with her husband fairly quickly. He is known simply in the credits as Frogman. I do not know why these are the names that they've been given, but nonetheless, I think it's pretty funny. They're just simply known as Frog Lady and Frogman. Okay, guys, we're entering major spoiler territory now. I jumped out of my seat. Bo-Katan is in the show. Guys, this was incredible. It was rumored for a while now, but it actually happened. She's played by none other than Katie Sackhoff, who was the original voice actor for the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. So basically what happens is the Mandalorian and the child put a bunch of trust into this group of Quarren, and they're supposed to be leading them to the other Mandalorians. But obviously, soon after, they betray that trust, and the child is actually consumed by this massive squid creature. And I was like, did he just get swallowed? Like, how do you survive that? I guess Mando survived the Krayt Dragon, but I was like, there's no way they just killed him. So I was well aware that he was not going to die, but it did look pretty desperate. And then out of nowhere, you got Bo-Katan and the other Night Owls. They come in and they save the day, and it would talk about an epic entrance. Like, it was really incredible. So one of the best things about this episode is we finally get a little bit more information about what type of Mandalorian Dinjarn is exactly. So when he meets Bo-Katan and they take off their helmets, he's, taken aback, like, whoa, you can't do that. Why are you taking off your helmet? This is not the way. And she explains to him that he must be part of the Children of the Watch, which is an offshoot of the Death Watch, the religious zealot group from the Clone Wars, who, were pretty violent. And so he, I guess, isn't aware that there was other, factions of the Mandalorian. So I guess he was only radicalized in, the way of his people. So this was really interesting. So that explains a lot as to why he isn't able to take off his helmet and all the other Mandalorians did, because I guess they came up with this new code that it was drastically different from the rest of the Mandalorians. So eventually, Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian team up. She's willing to exchange information that she has about the Jedi as long as he helps her and her friends take on this Imperial cruiser and capture it. And there's a pretty incredible revelation that happens when they're in the process of taking over this cruiser. It is revealed that there is an Imperial Fleet somewhere that this cruiser is trying to group up with. Which is pretty insane considering the fact that this is set after the Battle of Jakku and many of the Imperial remnants have already fled into the unknown regions to start what would become the First Order. And those who didn't were, I just thought were, simple crime lords. But I guess there's an entire fleet out there somewhere, which is, probably being led by Moff Gideon. Who knows how large this fleet is and what ships it's, actually comprised of, but I can't wait to see it. It has actually been teased that Moff Gideon will be piloting a much larger ship than he was in Season 1, so it could be just, a simple Star Destroyer, but what if they actually went all out and it was a super Star Destroyer? I highly doubt that, because I think that, the last one was destroyed in the Battle of Jakku, but, that'd be pretty funny if it was. Also, the ship that the Mandalorians take down is known as a Gazanti-class cruiser, and it's been seen plenty of times around Star Wars lore, specifically in the Battlefront video games, but also Star Wars Rebels, the Clone Wars, and even in the Phantom Menace. Alright, so next up, I will never not admire this show for the lengths that it will go to incorporate both new and old alien designs. I've said it once before, and I'll say it again. This is probably one of my most favorite parts of this entire series, is the incorporation of, familiar aliens. And this time we saw the return of the Quarren and the Mon Calamari, which just so happens to be my favorite alien design in all of Star Wars. Admiral Akbar, Admiral Raddus, all of them. I just love the Mon Calamari, so it was really cool to have a whole bunch of them in this episode. Alright, so last but not least, yes, Ahsoka is name-dropped in this episode. So, before anyone gets too excited, I do not think she's going to be appearing in the very next episode, because that one is directed by Carl Weathers himself, and I believe we're going to be getting a deep dive into Greef Karga and Cara Dune. So, I think we're probably most likely to see Ahsoka Tano in live action for the first time ever in Episode 5, which is directed by Dave Filoni himself. I seriously cannot wait to see this happen. Like, Ahsoka Tano in live action for the first time ever is going to be incredible. Like I said, I'm fairly certain she's going to be appearing in Episode 5 and not Episode 4. But, and I think it's safe to assume that she's going to be played by Rosario Dawson. All these other rumors came true. We got Katie Sackhoff playing Bo-Katan. We got the return of Tamora Morrison as Boba Fett. It's a shame they couldn't actually keep these secrets, but nonetheless, it was still exciting to watch them happen on screen. And, I cannot wait for the future of this season. I believe all the footage that we got in the trailers is going to be ending next episode with Episode 4. And then, who knows where it goes from there. I seriously cannot wait. So this is going to be incredible. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode and how excited you are for the future of not only this season, but the series as a whole. So in short, I really enjoyed this episode. It was really incredible. I can't wait for the rest of the season. It just felt like I was watching the Clone Wars again with the episode structure, the mission that they went on, the build up for the future of the season. Next episode, we're going to be getting a deep dive of Cara Dune and Greef Karga. And then after after that, I believe, is when we're going to see Ahsoka Tano. Who else is with her? Like, it said that she's on the forest planet of Corvus, which is an entirely new location. So what's up with that? Who's with her? Why are they there? I guess we'll just have to, wait and find out. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on TikTok where I post Star Wars content every day. Hit the subscribe button for more Star Wars videos. Leave a like, drop a comment, and once again, thank you so much for watching. May the Force be with you all. This is the way.